Life is precious. Every moment contemplating the essence. Lessons from transgressions. Progression from adolescence. Document verified our blessings. And the first you gotta be present. Scrolling through the timeline, but they ain't get the message. Not meaning what they saying like it was auto-corrected. Acknowledge what you talking, but I ain't gotta respect it. Not always online, but always staying connected. Food for thought, the most important is breakfast. There's snakes in the grass, watch who you rap with. They take what they need and they make an exit. As quick as it came, as quick as it go. The type to get you all twisted. The show might stab you in the back, yet be calling you bro. All we ever really wanted was a simple things. Not a lot, just a little of the simple things. From the bottom to the top, yeah, we made it. Never pay attention to the people that be hating. Only bad cause they ain't got the simple things. No tomorrow's not promised, so we live in the moment. Learn from the past, for that we steady making atonements. Hear the youth say we can't identify, beg to differ. Grew up in the era where you can never slip up. Lost too many friends to drugs, jail, and diabetes. Burn the L after L, then try to take it easy. Time keeps slipping, and history repetitive. We used to burn the chronic, now they tweaking on sedatives. Look before you leaping out the window. Trying to do the dance, but you don't even get the tempo. Professional, tell you fake it till you make it. Success coming, they start displaying their hatred. It's rules to the game, we stay dedicated. From the basement, no question, we elevated. And made changes for the best so the future look brighter. And keep the negativity out the cypher. All we ever really wanted was the simple things. Not a lot, just a little of the simple things. From the bottom to the top, yeah, we made it. Never pay attention to the people that be hating. Only bad cause they ain't got the simple things. Simple things. Simple things. Simple things. Simple things.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're checking out Top of the Morning here on the Urban Conservative. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Abdul Ali. I got to give a big shout out to my twin brother Raheem, Architect Soto. And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so already, we need you to go over to tuconservative.com, grab yourself a membership, click on that link that says sponsor TUC so you can become a sponsor here at the Urban Conservative and support our mission, which is to share conservative values and the benefits of conservative policies to urban communities across this great nation of ours. I appreciate y'all rocking with us. It is a Thursday morning. We're going to have some interesting conversations, but first thing I want to do is give a big shout out to the Frederick Douglass Foundation of North Carolina. If you are a member, we will see you guys Saturday morning for our membership lunch and learn, continuing the fight for freedom. I got to give a big shout out to Clarence Henderson, president of the Frederick Douglass Foundation, Vice President Pearl Burris Floyd. Y'all keep Pearl in your prayers. She was going through some health issues, and the whole team over at the Frederick Douglass Foundation of North Carolina. Now, first thing we're going to do this morning, I'm on a coffee break until next week. We've got some new coffee thing we're going to be doing, so I'm excited about that. I got to give a big shout out to the homie Tyrus Kemp Coffee. We're going to be working on that. But folks, man, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great morning. The Democrats in New York City have admitted the border's a problem. Well, no flipping Schmidt Sherlock, okay? Clearly the border's a problem. The New York City, I can't even make this up, y'all. Y'all just listen to this. Just listen.
New York City Councilman Robert Holden joins me now. Councilman, I've said for a long time that Democrats who care about regular working class people and Republicans who care about regular working class people could work together on this border issue. So what's your message to the White House tonight?
Well, come up with a plan. We haven't heard a plan. It's absurd. Just let in 100,000 migrants, foreign nationals, unvetted foreign nationals to New York City and say, here, take them. We'll have to spend $8 million a day in New York City. And again, we haven't heard a plan from this administration. Joe Biden is asleep at the wheel. The whole administration is.
Well,
I think Joe Biden is asleep at everything, but that's a different story.
word from Secretary Mayorkas, and he just testified on Capitol Hill, as you know, he said they're managing the border with the resources that they have, and that the border, sir, is not open, and that those who are saying the border is open are not telling the truth. What is your response to him?
He's lying. We have 100,000 people in New York City that walked across unvetted. How is that a border? How is that secure? Nobody can figure it out. This is absurd. I mean, we have our eyes here looking at this outside. The Hotel Roosevelt. Look at that. Does that make any sense whatsoever that this border is secure?
The border is not secure, okay?
Well, Councilman, the Texas governor, of course, Greg Abbott, they're dealing with a horrible situation in Texas as well. He tried to set up those buoys in the Rio Grande to prevent people from entering the country illegally. But the White House, well, this is how they responded.
You see the governor doing is dangerous.
Oh, gosh, this one.
Dangerous and unlawful, and it's actually hurting the process. It's hurting the process of what we're trying to do. So the Department of Justice has been very clear. We've been very clear about that. They've been very clear about taking him to court about his unlawful actions.
Well, so a state is trying to do something, their border state, to stop the influx. Do you believe the White House is sincere when they say they want to help your city, given the fact that they're suing Texas?
Laura, this has been going on for a long time. It's not only this year, it's last year. I went up to ICE. I saw migrants in the hall, sleeping in the hallways. They can't handle them.
Here's the bottom line, folks. Y'all need to get the border under control. You need to stop building. Walls work, ladies and gentlemen. Why are we acting like walls don't work? Walls clearly work. I mean, Obama's house got a bunch of walls. Biden's house got a bunch of walls that work. Rich people from California have all of these gates and fences and security around their houses. Walls work, ladies and gentlemen. And here you have it. Democrats are even starting to say, this is broken. It is not working. We are not prepared for the influx of people that are coming in. Y'all see what's happening in Chicago. People in Chicago are getting pissed off because these leaders are not taking their communities seriously. They're not supporting and benefiting the American citizens who have worked, paid taxes, and done the right thing, and even immigrants who've come to this country and did it the right way, folks. That is the problem. The border is absolutely 1,000%, without a doubt, unequivocally broken.
By the way, ICE is telling us it'll take 10 years to process the asylum application. 10 years. Please.
Oh, New York can't wait 10 years. Chicago can't wait 10 years. LA can't wait 10 years. Robert, we really appreciate you coming on. I hope you'll come.
Yeah, buddy, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you got right there. They're telling people, they're actually setting appointments a decade out for people seeking asylum. So in the interim, when you see all the crime around these illegal immigrant facilities, when you see the crime and the drugs and the prostitution, we talked about how in these hotels, they're not allowed to cook, but they're continuously causing fire hazards. We've covered on this show multiple times, people who have been deported from this country dozens of times, coming back to rape, kill, murder, and do all kind of, just nonsense. And now you have it. Democrats are starting to realize Republicans are right on the border. We need to finish the wall. We need to shore up our border. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a very quick commercial break here on Top of the Morning. We'll be right back. We're going to talk Trump in a moment. This season of the Urban Conservative Podcast is brought to you by Newton for Senate, working to improve education, reduce taxes, and keep North Carolina #1 for business. Find out more at newtonforsenate.com.
This episode of The Urban Conservative has also been sponsored by Case Technology Consulting. Help your business get value out of its data and become more efficient and streamlined. Case Technology Consulting. Check out the link in the description.
Just because you're black doesn't mean you have to vote Democrat. This year, in order to see benefits for our communities, we need to vote outside the box. Find out more by visiting us at tuconservative.com.
Episode of Top of the Morning is brought to you by Edward Jones financial advisor Kelly Harmon, providing you with well-researched guidance backed by Edward Jones' extensive team and technology that help you prepare for retirement, children's education, or other financial goals. Call 252-473-1006 or visit the link on the screen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're back on Top of the Morning here on the Urban Conservative. Want to give a big shout out to everybody that supports the platform, all our sponsors and underwriters, and you too can support the platform by visiting us at tuconservative.com. We do take Cash App, love, $TU Conservative. Oh, buddy, Trump is talking about getting into this debate. Does Trump debate? Does Trump not debate? That is the question. And on an exclusive video, he had something to say about this debate. And I want to know what y'all think. Do you agree with this sentiment that Trump's about to put out about debating? Check this out.
Upcoming in just a few weeks is the first scheduled Republican primary debate. There's been a lot of speculation as to whether you're going to go or if you're going to do some kind of other event. You've talked about maybe doing something with Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
Have you made your mind up? What's your plan on that front?
So I haven't totally made a decision. I like the debates. I might be here because of the debates. I might have won against Hillary with the debates, and I might have gotten the nominations because of the debates. But when you're leading by 50 and 60 points against these people, and you have people at 0 and 1 and 2, and then they're going to be asking me hostile questions, and they probably won't have much of an audience if I'm not in the debates, according to what I read. If I'm not in the debates, they're not going to have a very big audience.
There's a point.
It seems almost like it would be foolish to do them. Reagan didn't do them. Other people didn't do them. And I don't know that I should be doing it, to be up against a hostile network with hostile...
You heard it. Trump said hostile network. So will he jump in a debate? Maybe, maybe not. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Jump in the comments, let us know what you think. Should Donald Trump participate in the debate when you got people polling at 1%? And I'm gonna just real quick, let me look at this real quick. Presidential primary polls. Let's just take a look at this real quick. 538 got a recent poll right now. Oh, this isn't even close. I mean, I'm just going to share this with y'all. This doesn't even look, in my opinion, it's not even close. Let's look at this. Here's what you got. There you go. Trump is at 53.4. DeSantis at 15. Ramaswamy climbing at 7. Pence at 4.4. Nikki Haley's at 3%. Tim Scott's 2.9. Christie 2.6. Asa Hutchinson's not even at 1%. Burgum's not even at 0.5%. Hurd is at 0.3. Suarez is at 0. And you notice my man from California is not even at 1%. Wow. Yo, where's Larry Elder? Larry Elder's not even polling at 1%, folks. Wow. So let us know what you think. Jump in the comments. Should President Trump jump on a debate? Looking at these polling numbers, this is 538 as of August 1st, updating average for each Republican candidate in the polls. Trump's at 53.4%. And DeSantis is, if you look at that curve, DeSantis is going down. He's costing himself stuff. Ramaswamy's having a little bump. I know he's beating DeSantis in Ohio. He crept into number 2 in Ohio. So should Trump, is he right? Does it make sense for him to jump in a debate? Reagan didn't do it. Does he risk an adverse, negative effect by jumping in a debate? We don't know. So he said he may not do it. Now, in my heart of hearts, I'm just going to tell you, I don't think Trump wants to pass up an audience of any size, especially a TV audience. I don't see Trump wanting to turn down that TV audience. I don't think it will hurt as much. But again, I get the point of him not jumping into the debate. So will he, won't he? He said he's thinking about it. From what I've heard, I don't think he wants to let Ronna McDaniel and the RNC down. So we shall see. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a very quick commercial break, and we're going to come back and deal with this question for the last 15 minutes. Are Black Republicans race traitors? We'll be right back here on Top of the Morning. Don't go nowhere. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're back here on Top of the Morning on the Urban Conservative. We got a question, and I know y'all saw the graphic for this morning show. So the question is, are Black Republicans race traitors? Hey, you've got Tim Scott running for president. You've got a very, very strong gubernatorial potential candidate down there in Florida, in Byron Donald. You've got the first Black lieutenant governor in North Carolina history who just so happens to be a Republican. You've got 2 Black justices on the U.S. Supreme Court. One's, I would say, Clarence Thomas is more conservative than Ketanji Jackson Brown. But often we hear this thing, because you're Black and you're Republican, you done drunk the Kool-Aid, you're licking the white man's boot, you're nothing but a coon, this, that, and the third, and you're a traitor to your race. I'm interested in this question, and I'm interested in this idea because even recently, my twin brother and I have been told we are lost. It don't make no sense. We're race traitors because we support the Republican Party and conservative principles and ideas. So I want to make this clear, and I think this is something that you, as the audience, and I just want to know what y'all think. I think the true traitor to the race is someone who supports things that are detrimental. So when you look at the fact that the Democrat Party, by and large, the leadership of the Democrat Party is in favor of abortion, late stage abortion at that. When you look at the fact that they want us to be teaching critical race theory in our schools, when you look at the fact that they support open borders that are damaging and very damaging to minority communities, you look at the fact that every major city that's run by Democrats, crime is rising, unemployment is rising, school education rates are reducing. We can't improve our literacy rates in these Democrat-ran schools, but we are supposed to be the ones that are traitors to the race. Keeping in mind that race doesn't have a inherent biological meaning. It doesn't mean anything. But this idea that somebody like a Mark Robinson who says, I'm not an African American, I'm an American, he's right. He never been to Africa. There's nothing African about him. You look at people like Tim Scott, and I saw a cartoon where they made Tim Scott out to look like the guy from one of the characters from Fat Albert. You look at people like this guy, what is his name? My brother knows his name, the race baiter guy, right? And he's up there calling people like the Coon Awards and all of this stuff. I mean, and the idea is that because we support conservative principles, because we believe that you should be held accountable for your actions. You, not the government, should take care of your food, clothing, and shelter. You, not the government, is responsible for maintaining a moral standard in your community, in your city, your county, your state. It's you that are ultimately responsible for the decisions that you make, not the government. Where is the coonery in that? Where is the licking the white man's boot in saying that you should be able to help handle your business? The government should make sure the playing field is level, and I agree with that. But at the point where, because somebody says, you know what, I don't think like a Democrat, I don't want to be a part of the crew. You look at what's happening to Misha Maynor out there in Georgia, who decided to go Republican. Look at Trisha Cotham, for example. She's a white lady, but she went from Democrat to Republican, and now people are wanting their money back, and they're wanting this, and they're saying she misrepresented herself. And the fact of the matter is, I'll just tell you right now, to my white liberal friends and to the white liberals out there, to the liberals in general, who think that Black means ghetto. You associate ghetto with black. You associate street culture. You associate the subculture, street culture with being black. That is absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But one thing you will find is that if that is your definition of black, if street culture, hip hop, talking slang, if that is your definition of black, you will find out that there are a whole bunch of people on the Republican side who are as black as it comes. Don't get any blacker than some of the folks I know here in North Carolina. If that is the standard by which you're measuring what black is, because you got to speak jive, you got to, use street euphemisms and all of that. But the idea that you would call someone who thinks different, who says, you know what, I'm going to read the platform of the Democrat Party, I'm going to read the platform of the Republican Party, I'm going to do a deep dive on what these people stand for as candidates, whether they're Democrat or Republican, and then I'm going to make a judgment and a decision based on what I find out. To say that I don't even have the capacity to determine my political leaning, and if I do land on the right, I am somehow a traitor to the race, is absolutely asinine. And they say things like, oh, he done drunk the Kool-Aid. They're saying it about us in Rocky Mount. They're saying it. I saw what people say. And if you get a chance, y'all, go watch the North Carolina Black municipal officials, elected officials event that happened in Rocky Mount. It's the most racist shit you ever want to see. And the sad part about it is you got people hooting and hollering like this is 1930. Like there's still, black people have had no advantage in this country. We've had no advances in the last 60 years since Clarence sat at that lunch counter in 1960 in Greensboro. We've got, again, a back-to-back biracial, y'all call him black, a black president who did 2 terms. Back-to-back black secretaries of state, black mayors, black city council people. Hell, in Rocky Mount, you got a majority black city council. In other places, Mecklenburg, you got a bunch of black people on city council and county commission. So why can't y'all solve the problem? If y'all are the true, we're here for the race and to build the race up, how come you people haven't solved the problem? How come our education rates are declining? How come our literacy rates aren't improving? If the Democrats who are in control and these black people were about black communities, I can show you story after story after story in the news of these left Democrats and city people getting caught doing things they're not supposed to do, but not benefiting their community. Look at what's happening in Chicago, y'all. Look at what's happening there. The Democrats are putting illegal aliens above their own citizens, but they will show up in black communities and ask for their votes. It's just like that city councilman in Rocky Mount. Gonna accuse us, black man, accuse me of lying, saying that I told untruths and lies. Where is the lie, Mr. Knight? And that you've been on council for 20 years and the city has gotten worse? Where's the lie that you've been on council for 20 years and the city is declining, the population is leaving, crime is increasing, less and less people can afford to be there? Y'all want to have this all black district, this everything is about black and it got to be the black and the black. Show me the law right now, ladies and gentlemen, that says you cannot in America do something because of the color of your skin. Show me the law that says you can't buy a house, you can't drive a car, you can't do this, you can't do that because you're black. Show it to me. And then at that point, if you show me what Democrats have done to fight that law, I might change my voter registration. Good luck with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've been checking out the best 30-minute morning show on the planet, top of the morning this Thursday. We're going to be live and direct with you tomorrow morning. I think both of us will be with you tomorrow. But again, for my twin brother, Raheem, Architect Soto, we want you to have a fantastic, amazing, and productive Thursday. We will see you bright and early right here for top of the morning tomorrow. Y'all have a good one.